Welcome to the Genius Talk podcast. I'm your host Atul Raj from the bestemailmarketer.com, and today we have Blair Hicken with us. Blair, welcome to the podcast.
Yeah, it's great to talk with you. I'm looking forward to having our little conversation and getting to know one another a little bit better.
Awesome. So, for our listeners who don't know you, can you tell them who you are and what do you do?
Sure. I am a solution architect for Microsoft Dynamics 365. I've been implementing ERP and CRM solutions for over 25 years and really focused on the mid-market customers, helping them understand how CRM solutions can benefit their company and optimize their business processes, and then how those transactions from a CRM solution flow into an ERP or accounting solution. So actually, I have teams that look after the CRM and sales opportunity side, and then I have another team that looks after the accounting and CRM or the ERP side.
Okay. So, I'm curious, what inspired you to transition from your successful swimming career to CRM consulting?
Yeah, so if you go back far enough, yes, I was a competitive swimmer, had the privilege of competing at the Olympics and representing Canada for 11 years. And during that time, I had to find a way to help fund the travels. So I started doing development work on the side and got into financial planning and budgeting for a multinational elevator company. And they were going through an ERP implementation, and I got involved in that. And I've been really doing it ever since and helping in the Microsoft space, really working with specialty clients in verticals like elevators, field service, where you have a technician in a truck who's delivering parts, air conditioning, heating, that type of thing, plumbers, where they have inventory in the truck, and helping them manage the whole business process from quoting to orders to invoicing, and then how you collect payment as well.
First of all, that's really awesome. Like you are representing Canada in swimming. Well, that's
Yeah,
great.
yeah, yeah. It was quite a while ago, but yeah, I was very fortunate. Was able to travel the world and compete with and train with people from pretty much every country, and competed in Commonwealth Games, World Championships, and Olympics.
Okay, so how do the skill and mindset from being an elite athlete help you in building and leading dynamic success group?
Well, I think, I'll say I'm a little biased, but swimming is a unique sport because it is both a team sport. You have relay events and you do have, a mixed team, so both male and female on the team, but it is very much an individual sport. You get up and you're competing against people on the block one-on-one. And so what I found is that motivation to get up, go to work, become the best part of you, but working as an individual, but also having to understand how you work as a team is really what I think has helped me in the consulting world. Because a lot of the work is independent. You need to, help the client move forward, but working with both my own team and then the client team and being able to understand the different perspectives that both the client have about an issue or a pain, and then how we can help address that.
So I'm curious to know. Okay, so before you're practicing for Olympic, okay, and you're also doing CRM thing at the same time to fund for that, right?
I was doing, at that time when I was competing, I was doing development work. But yes, I was trying to pay my way I was going to school,
Okay.
university at that time, doing development work for financial solutions and training to compete at an international level. And so my number one job, my priority was my swimming. And so I was doing 2 workouts a day, right? My first workout would start at 5:30 in the morning and basically go until, I'd have 2 hours of pool time, so that's 7:30, and then I'd do an hour of weights to 8:30, and then I'd get in the car, drive to work, and do my work thing until about 4 p.m., and then get in the car, come back to workout, and then work out for another 2.5 hours of training, right? And then try to do any homework that I was in night classes that I might have and trying to make all that work. It was very little sleep time, lots of
Uh-huh.
study time, lots of work time, and it was just being focused on the right things. And I think that's what's really helped me in my career being a consultant, understanding that, there are times where you really need to put in the hours to make things work. right? To help meet a particular project delivery and go live. So you just crank it through. And then there are other times where it's much more relaxed. But being methodical and understanding the plan and working on the plan with other teammates is what makes you successful.
How are you able to keep up with all those things? Waking up at, I mean, start practicing at 5:30 in the morning and work, study. How's you handling everything?
Yeah, it was a very difficult time, but I enjoyed all the parts that I was doing. And then eventually, I completed the schooling, so then it just became swimming and work, right? And then eventually, after 11 years of being on the national team, I started to scale back and do less international events and just national. And then I eventually retired from competition, but I still, try to fit in a couple of swims every week.
That's great. And how did you stay like high performer? Because
Well,
because really, that's too much.
yeah, it is. I don't know whether I could do it today, but back then when I was younger and, had more energy, but it's really you have to enjoy what you're doing, but understand that the end, the goal that you're trying to achieve could be a year out, could be 2 years out. And so you have to break it down into steps. Like what are you going to achieve in the next 90 days? When's the next delivery for the project or when is the next competition that you're competing at? And so you really just need to break it down into manageable steps so that while you understand that you're trying to achieve a project go live in 18 months, or you're trying to achieve, an international, compete well at an international event that is 18 months away, you have to break it down into steps and understand those stages. So I think the competitive aspect and the training and the cycles and the phases of training have really helped me in both understanding projects and the phases, but also helping me communicate that with my clients. Because they don't, I've done 300 of these implementations in my career. Most client organizations maybe have done one or two. So that's the kind of expertise and knowledge that I share with them about what to look forward to. Sometimes you're going to have a lot of work, right? And then other times you're learning something new. And at the end of this, your job will help your day-to-day activities will change and you'll be in a better situation 6 months from now than you are today.
Yeah. So how do you manage client expectancy and avoid burnout when scaling a service-based business?
Yeah. So we have to remember that the clients, as they're going through projects, they still have their day to day job. So they're still doing in their old system, in their legacy system, while we're setting up the new system. So the speed with which we can implement new systems is always really constrained by the speed of how much the client can change. So change management, right? So how much can they change? How much can they absorb? So we can implement a system very quickly, but this is our full-time job. The client is also doing their legacy work and their new work. So it's trying to help them manage that and bringing that experience that we've had by doing this for over 25 years in different scenarios, different organizations and verticals, and helping share that with them.
So who are your ideal clients?
Who are my clients? Is that what your question was?
Yes, who are your ideal clients?
My ideal clients. Well, we certainly have done a lot of work with field service organizations where they
Okay.
have trucks out in the field with inventory technicians, whether it's heating and air conditioning or plumbers, elevator repair, elevator installs. So I've done quite a bit of work there. We also have done quite a number of implementations with financial services. So whether they be investment companies, so they help their clients, so my customers' clients are looking to invest their funds, and so we help them manage and help them manage the funds of their clients. And then we have also some medical device companies where they manufacture medical devices. They have to go through some very stringent testing and tracking of those devices, and then they sell them both to end customers as well as to other businesses who then resell them. So even in the medical device industry, so not only the manufacture and sale of the device, but then they also have a service component. So it steps back into that field service where they have technicians who go out and repair the devices, whether they be at a hospital or at someone's home. So they also have that field service component as well.
Okay. So what's your biggest motivation?
Biggest motivation. I really enjoy what I do. Been doing it a long time. Being a consultant, being engaged with different clients. Every client, I get to learn something. Yes, I can, share my experience, but every client I learn something new. The client knows their business, right? They know it very well. I know the solution and I can recommend things that we've seen in the past, but I really need to learn how they do business and then help adapt that so that the technology piece, the software piece, will help streamline their business. So for me, it's just continual learning is really the thing that drives me.
That's great. So for our listeners who want to know more about you or want to hire your company, where can they go?
Yeah, our website is dynamicssuccess.com. You can certainly reach me also on LinkedIn under Blair Hicken, and be love to connect with all of the people who are following you, and look forward to sharing more wisdom and thoughts and how they can utilize technology today and AI to move their businesses forward.
That's great. So looking back when you started, what's one lesson you will tell yourself if you could restart today?
One lesson. I think the biggest lesson would be to jump into the deep end, right? Commit early and don't hesitate. I think, playing it safe in a larger organization before you go off and open your own business, your own consulting firm. I think there's so much opportunity out there when you have the knowledge and the drive to start your own business and look for opportunities out there. So I think, the one thing I would be get out there and see how you can help people, help businesses, move them forward, and then open your own professional services or service company to help service the needs of others. Share your knowledge with the people out there.
That's great. Okay, Blair, thank you so much for spending some time with us. It was really good chatting with you.
Yeah, it was great talking to you. You have a great day. I've enjoyed this very much. Thank you.